Hi guys, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. I'm the product manager, and today we're going to check out the 2017 Lund lineup and some of the best boats that they have to offer for 2017. One of the misperceptions of Lund is that Lund's expensive. Certainly they have certain models that are, more expensive than others, but now that they're owned by Brunswick, which is a Mercury-owned company, they have some pretty aggressive price points on some certain models that really make, allow you to get a premium boat at a value-oriented price. Right now we're sitting in one of the best sellers, the 1650 Rebel XS, which was redesigned last year, and with some very cool features for a value-oriented boat. One thing I always like to point out with Lund is the Sport Track system. On the inside, you can put rod holders, cup holders, different things in these tracks. On the outside, the cover that comes with the boat clips in with a clip system rather than having snaps, which is a really cool feature. Another thing that you'll find on the Rebel series that you don't normally find on boats like this is a nice centerline rod storage. Most of the time you're only dealing with a side rod storage, but it has tubes going all the way up in the front, room enough for 5 rods in the middle in addition to your side rod storage, which is kind of cool. Another feature I always like to point out on the Rebel series, and this is available on a lot of the different series of Lunds, is the aft flip seat. So you can have it, if you've got more people out, you can have it flipped up for a seat, but especially if you like to bass fish or fish inland lakes, you can flip this down, and now you have an elevated rear casting deck that's roomy, so the guy who's fishing on the rear deck isn't getting less space than the guy fishing on the front deck. One of the things that Lund's most known for is their durability, construction. Everybody knows that they're kind of like the most premium, best built, heaviest duty boats out there. But what makes them different? They use, I'm just using this banner as a kind of an example, but they run extra longitudinal stringers to the boat to give it structure. They double plate all of their bows, so there's 2 thicknesses of aluminum on the bottom and the bow of every Lund from the Rebel series on up. They use a ton of flotation in the boat, which allows them to run the boat on the water with a bunch of holes in it and not sink. The Lund IPS hull is at the forefront of what they do, and that's the most important feature of any Lund boat. What makes this different is Lund's going to have your traditional deep V in the front part of the boat. Very deep, cuts through the waves, cuts through the water, very durable. Again, we talked about it being double plated, so it's not going to cave in. But as you move toward the transom of the boat widens out. The widest point of your Lund is going to be right in about here in the middle rather than the transom like our competitors are. But it widens out and the dead rise goes down as we move back. So as we move back on the hull, we flatten out a little bit, and that's where we create side-to-side stability. So that's where our boats get up on plane quicker. That's where, from a fishing perspective, whether you're just trolling or just hanging out, your boat's not going to wobble side to side. Some of those boats out there that have your traditional full deep V, when you get out there in rough conditions, you're going to be rocking side to side. That's the one cool thing about Lund. Every one of their boats has this IPS hull in some form. So deeper V in the front, mellows out at the transom to be a more mellow V. And then also the reverse chines on both sides. So if you look at the angle of the Lund down on the corner here, you have a nice angle. It helps you bite into turns, keeps your boat side to side stable. The other thing that's kind of cool, we have a flat pad underneath. So rather than having your deep V in the back, you've got water, displacing water coming through the hull. Traditionally, it gets knocked off the side of the deep V, but with Lund, it can come through undisturbed, hit the prop, and that's why you get quicker acceleration on a Lund. Almost all the time, you're getting higher top end speeds with less horsepower. So everybody knew Lund was very durable. What they don't know is that they're very fuel efficient, very quick out of the hole, almost no bow rise in their boats, and you can get away with a lot less horsepower, or you can just get away with a lot more horsepower depending on what you want to do. Right now I'm stepping up from the Rebel into the Impact series. So the Impact, there's a 1675 length, a 1775 length. We can check out the 1775 next to us here. I'm in our best seller, the 1850. The 1850 is a little deeper, a little wider, very roomy, and hits a really good price point for somebody looking for a luxury fishing boat. We've got the top up here. This comes with a sport top. This also has a cool configuration with the flip seats in the back. So this is a very versatile boat. that a lot of people who have some family that go out there, you know, 5 or 6 people, you can get all 6 people in the boat and everybody's got a seat. Next model we're going to take a quick look at is new for 2017. This is the 1975 Pro V Sport. So it gives you a pro level Lund boat. This one has a 225 on the back, Verado. A pro level Lund boat at just under 20 feet. A lot of cool fishing features involved in this guy. One of which is probably the most popular that everybody loves is the center lined rod storage. There's also a couple little compartments all around the boat for extra additional storage for batteries and things of that nature. But 15 rods in this center lined rod storage. Lund keeps expanding their product line, and new for 2017, they've gotten into the Renegade series, which is the bass style multi-species boat. So again, the cool thing here is that this is the only bass boat on the market that has Lund's IPS hull. It's pretty much the best riding aluminum boat, modified V hull on the market because of the IPS. Thanks guys for checking out Lund boats for 2017 with us at Buckeye Sports Center. For more information, we've got a huge inventory of Lund boats, one of the biggest in the Midwest, at buckeyesportscenter.com, or give us a call at 330-929-3366. Thanks again, have a good one.